Good evening. We're starting with breaking news. 5 people, including a child, have been rushed to the hospital after a bad crash in Phoenix. It happened near 40th Street in McDowell. Police tell us the area will remain closed for an extended time tonight. You can see at least 5 cars were involved. Phoenix Fire tells us one of the injuries was to a pedestrian. We've asked police what led to the crash. We're still waiting to hear back. We'll have updates throughout the night on 12news.com.
We're also following some breaking news in South Phoenix, where a 1-year-old girl has been pulled from a pool at an apartment complex. This is near 35th Avenue and Dobbins Road. Phoenix Fire telling us that the girl was conscious and breathing, but they don't know exactly how long she was underwater. She has been taken to a local hospital for treatment. For the first time, we're hearing from Lydia and Cassandra Hernandez after the mother and daughter were accused of trying to smuggle a weapon onto Maryville High School. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. The Phoenix Union High School District put out a statement on Wednesday saying the pair was trying to test the school's security measures after a student was killed in a classroom last week. But the Hernandezes are now saying the district got it wrong.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono is live outside of Maryville High School. And Bianca, what are they saying actually happened?
Well, State Representative Lydia Hernandez disputes nearly every detail that the district released. As for Cassandra Hernandez, she says she wasn't even there. Two completely different stories emerging out of Maryville. On Wednesday, the Phoenix Union High School District issued a blistering statement about the alleged actions of Democratic State Representative Lydia Hernandez and her daughter Cassandra, both Cartwright School Board members. The school district accused them of conducting an unauthorized test of Maryville High School's security measures, claiming the pair showed up Monday and tried to smuggle a box cutter past the school's weapons detection system. The claims so serious, the Phoenix Police Department launched an investigation. But now the tables are turning as both Lydia and Cassandra say the ones who need to be investigated are those at Phoenix Union, claiming the story told by the school district is completely false. In Lydia Hernandez's statement, she says she was at the high school Monday, but was there to assist constituents who were at the school attempting to get answers after a student was stabbed to death in a classroom last week. She says she entered the security line and the woman ahead of her had a metal object in her bag. She said she had no knowledge of the object and was not filming the incident with her cell phone, demanding Phoenix Union release the surveillance video. As for Cassandra Hernandez, she says she wasn't there at all. Instead, was in the middle of an 8-hour work shift at a gym, saying she has the time cards and video footage to prove it. She's calling on the district superintendent Thea Andrade to resign for the reckless and defamatory actions of the district. The mother and daughter say they were not contacted by the district before it released its public statement Wednesday, accusing the district of directing attention towards them rather than addressing unanswered questions surrounding school safety. And the district still has not explained how the suspect in last week's horrific murder managed to bring that 4-inch pocket knife onto the campus here. We did ask the district today for an updated statement after hearing from the Hernandezes. They declined to provide any new information today. We should also note we have filed a public records request for that surveillance footage. We will, of course, let you know as soon as we get it. We're live in Maryville tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. We have an update to the police standoff that unfolded this afternoon near 31st Avenue and Cactus. Police say when they went in, the suspect was gone and is still on the run tonight. Officers were originally called out to a shooting. They were able to rescue a man who had serious injuries. Officers then surrounded a home where the suspect was thought to be hiding. Just before 8 o'clock, officers entered the home and found it empty. The investigation is ongoing.
This Labor Day weekend, many folks are going to be hitting the roads and heading up to the high country.
Meteorologist Lindsay Riley is here with us. And Linz, what can people expect for the weekend?
It's definitely going to be warmer. So if you're in the lower deserts, temperatures are going to be in the 107 to 109 range. Western Arizona included in that. Tomorrow, a lot of dry time, even for the high country. Very few storms expected on the radar. Northern Arizona, Flagstaff area, we're going to be in the 80s all weekend. It's going to be gorgeous. this. The Rim Country, a little bit warmer, low to mid 90s Saturday through Monday. Western Arizona out near Lake Havasu peaking at 108, and in the valley, we're also looking at a hot and mostly dry weekend. Even at the lakes, Lake Powell 91, Lake Havasu, Saguaro Lake, as well as Lake Pleasant, all over 100 degrees. Watson and Willow, though, near Prescott, temperatures are going to be right around 86. Maybe you're planning on being poolside. We're actually going to start off with morning lows tomorrow in the 80s, so not so bad early in the day, but quickly by 9 a.m. it is 92. We're still in the double digits, but barely at 11 a.m. and temperatures continue to climb from there. We're looking at a high tomorrow of 107, and we'll be completely storm-free in the valley. Caribe.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Tonight, a Valley High schooler suffered several third-degree burns after she passed out from heat stroke while walking home from school.
Her family says her body temperature hit 107 degrees when it happened nearly a month ago. Tonight, she's still in the hospital.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with that teen's grandfather, who tells him if it wasn't for a good Samaritan who stepped in, her life may have ended. And a warning, some of this story may be hard to watch.
What was supposed to be the start of June Shaver's junior year of high school turned into something completely different.
She's got burns all over her body.
Larry Shaver, June's grandfather, has raised her since she was 3 months old. He says both he and his wife work full-time, so June was walking home from Dysart High School on just the second day of class. It's about a 2-mile walk. June was almost home and out of water.
Didn't realize she was in trouble, and she kept going. And they think she had a seizure from the heat stroke and passed out.
In 110-degree heat, June fell to the ground, the impact splitting her chin open as her body began to burn on the pavement that could have been as hot as 180 degrees. Shaver says they don't know how long she was on the ground, but a Good Samaritan saw her and called 911. The ambulance eventually taking June to the Arizona Burn Center for treatment. Already, June has undergone 5 surgeries for burns that covered her hands, arms, and legs.
What's running through your mind as a grandfather?
That it was my fault. We should have done something. Make sure she was safe getting home. And she has walked it before and didn't have any problems. And we made sure she had plenty of water and stuff. Like I say, she stopped and got water on the way, but I guess it was just too late. She'd gotten too hot.
Saying if it wasn't for that person who stopped to help, June may have not survived.
It was literally a matter of minutes, and she wouldn't be here. Very thankful. I couldn't thank him enough.
Now, usually the teen would take the bus, but last year, Dysart Unified School District announced cuts to routes to stay within budget. A spokesperson for the district tells me a bond measure that would help fund new buses was defeated in November.
I'm not mad at the district. I understand they have a budget. I think there was better ways they could do it, maybe.
Shaver says June has been in the hospital for nearly a month now, hoping she will be able to go home this weekend, but tells me it's going to be months, possibly a year, before June can be back in the classroom. In El Mirage, Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you. A district spokesperson says that same bond measure will be back on the ballot this upcoming November. A GoFundMe has been set up to help pay for June's medical bills. You can find that on our website at 12news.com. Tonight, inmates at Lewis Prison in Buckeye are one step closer to getting their running water turned back on. An update posted on the state's website says that repairs to the broken water main are now finished. The system is now being pressurized and will soon return to normal. Despite this, the prison says that it still has canceled visits scheduled for tomorrow. We're told that inmates are still receiving drinking water and that the bathrooms are still working tonight.
The Tempe City Council meeting that was canceled last night because of a safety issue has been rescheduled. The city of Tempe says it will now be a virtual meeting this coming Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Zoning items that require a notice have been moved to September the 18th. The city says that it received a concerning threat just before the meeting started last night. Police tell us the threat was credible enough to cancel the meeting. The council hasn't had a regular meeting since July 1st.
Tonight, we're learning more about yesterday's tense situation outside of the Papago Park military base. A man drove up to the gate with a military-grade explosive, hoping that someone at the base could take a look at it. Phoenix police determined that there was no criminal intent by the man, who spoke exclusively with 12 News after being released from custody.
And tonight, Luke Air Force Base is explaining what the explosive was and what you should do if you ever find something like it. 12 News journalist Kyle Simchuk explains.
Thursday afternoon, Phoenix police and military personnel rushed to the Papago military installation after a Scottsdale man showed up at the gate with an old explosive projectile. Jeff, who didn't share his last name, told us he thought bringing the item here was the right thing to do.
I wasn't sure if it was dangerous. My mom and I sat there for a minute, and I'm like, I should take it to the reserve base.
But that decision triggered emergency procedures.
I walked up and I told the lady, I said, now, I don't know exactly how to say this, but I have a projectile, and it's just the tip of it.
Police bomb squads x-rayed the device before calling in explosive experts from Luke Air Force Base. Today, we learned exactly what it was.
So the item was a old 75 millimeter projectile, and it was created around World War I. As far as this specific item and how long it's been in existence, we don't know.
Antonio McCurry was one of several people from Luke Air Force Base that responded yesterday. He showed us a safe, similar version of the device. McCurry says if it had gone off inside a vehicle, the damage could have been devastating.
If the item would have gone off, it would have definitely done some significant damage to the area, the vehicle, the area around it, and potentially those people that were working around it.
Crews worked for more than 7 hours, carefully removing the projectile to a safe disposal site where it was destroyed with C4. Jeff was detained for several hours, but eventually released. Phoenix police say they found no criminal intent. McCurry says if you ever find a dangerous device,
do not touch it, leave it where it is, call your local police department, and from there they'll coordinate either getting the bomb squad out to look at it further, and then the bomb squad can reach out to us, and then we can go investigate the item as well.
McCurry says those situations are not uncommon. His team at Luke responds to similar calls about once a week, often when people discover old explosives in an attic, garage, or even a thrift store.
We love working with the public. We love when we get these calls out here because we could keep everybody in the public safe.
Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
Kyle, thanks.